It's 2 a.m. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. That one text you didn't send is still sitting in your drafts. Your chest feels heavy, your thoughts won't shut up, and no matter how many times you replay the breakup, it still doesn't make sense. But what if this moment, this rock-bottom feeling, is the exact place your comeback starts? In this video, we're not just talking about getting over your ex. We're talking about how to rebuild your confidence, reset your mindset, and finally let go for real. If you're stuck in the aftermath and don't know how to move forward, stay with me. This might be the perspective shift you've been waiting for. Breakups can knock the wind out of you. Whether the relationship ended suddenly or slowly unraveled over time, letting go of someone you cared about is never easy. Even if you know it was the right decision, the aftermath often brings a mix of emotions: sadness, anger, relief, confusion, and sometimes guilt. But a breakup can also be a powerful turning point. It's a chance to regroup, take an honest look at your life, and make changes, not just to recover, but to grow. This isn't about becoming better so someone will want you back. It's about choosing to take care of yourself and moving forward with clarity and confidence. Here's how to focus on self-improvement after a breakup, and more importantly, how to truly heal and let go. 1. Let yourself feel what you feel. First, stop pretending you're okay if you're not. You don't have to put on a brave face or stay positive all the time. Grief doesn't run on a schedule, and suppressing it doesn't make it go away. In fact, it usually drags it out. Give yourself permission to feel the full range of emotions, even the uncomfortable ones. Cry if you need to. Journal. Talk to a friend who won't rush to fix things. The only way out is through, and processing your emotions is the first step to healing. 2. Set boundaries that support healing. Letting go sometimes means drawing lines even when you don't want to. That might include taking a break from contact with your ex, muting or unfollowing them on social media, asking mutual friends not to update you on their life. These aren't acts of bitterness or pettiness. They're practical steps to create the emotional distance you need. Healing doesn't require hostility, but it does require space. Every time you check their Instagram or reread old texts, you're keeping yourself anchored to the past. 3. Stop romanticizing the relationship. It's normal to look back and miss the good parts. But be careful not to idealize what was. It's easy to remember the highlights and ignore the reasons it ended. If you find yourself thinking, maybe it wasn't so bad, or what if we tried again, try writing out a list of things that didn't work in the relationship. Be honest, not harsh. The goal isn't to vilify your ex, but to stay grounded in reality. Healing requires clarity, not wishful thinking. 4. Reconnect with yourself. In relationships, especially long ones, it's common to blur your sense of identity. You build routines around someone else. Your choices start revolving around we instead of me. After a breakup, you might feel a bit lost, not because you're incomplete without your ex, but because you haven't had space to focus just on you. Now's the time to reconnect. What do you want out of life, separate from anyone else? What interests, hobbies, or passions have you set aside? What habits have you picked up that don't serve you? Take this chance to reintroduce yourself to, well, yourself. 5. Start a new routine. A breakup usually disrupts your day-to-day rhythm. Instead of clinging to the old one, try building a new one. This doesn't mean filling every minute so you don't have to think, it means creating a structure that helps you stay grounded. Maybe you start working out in the morning. Maybe you take a walk after dinner. Maybe you start cooking for yourself instead of ordering takeout. Small habits help create a sense of stability, and they add up over time. A routine isn't a cure-all, but it gives you momentum, and that's powerful when you're trying to move forward. 6. Focus on physical health. Mental and emotional healing is tied to physical well-being. You don't need to suddenly train for a marathon or go on a juice cleanse. Just take care of your body in basic, consistent ways. Get enough sleep. Move your body regularly, walks, yoga, gym, whatever works. Eat meals that nourish you. Drink water. Cut back on substances that numb or drain you. When you're emotionally raw, it's easy to slip into habits that feel comforting in the moment but leave you feeling worse later. Being kind to your body is a quiet form of self-respect. It says, "I'm still here. I'm worth taking care of." 7. Invest in personal growth. Now that your energy isn't going into the relationship, think about what areas of your life you'd like to grow in. Maybe you want to learn a new skill or language. Go back to school or take a course. Explore creative outlets like writing, photography, or music. Start therapy or coaching. Read more books that challenge or inspire you. Growth doesn't have to look dramatic. It's about curiosity and progress, not perfection. When you focus on becoming more of who you want to be, the breakup becomes a pivot point, not an ending. 8. Redefine your standards. One benefit of hindsight is clarity. With some distance, you may start to see what you accepted in the relationship that you don't want to tolerate again. That could include poor communication, emotional unavailability, different values, or even neglect. Use what you've learned to redefine your standards, not in a bitter or closed-off way, but in a clear and self-respecting one. What kind of relationship do you want going forward? What kind of partner? What kind of partner do you want to be? Breakups hurt, but they also teach. Don't waste the lesson. 9. Rebuild your support system. One of the hardest parts of a breakup is losing the companionship. Even if the relationship had issues, there was still someone to talk to, share things with, and come home to. The sudden silence can feel overwhelming. That's why staying connected to others is essential. Lean on your friends. Let them know you're struggling instead of trying to tough it out alone. Join new communities online or in person, based on shared interests or goals. Reach out to family or mentors. You don't need a romantic relationship to feel connected. Building strong social bonds helps you heal and reminds you that you're not alone. 10. Practice letting go, even when it's hard. Letting go isn't one decision you make once and never think about again. It's something you might have to choose every day for a while. That might mean resisting the urge to text them late at night. Redirecting your thoughts when you start dwelling. Saying no to the fantasy that they'll come back changed. Letting go doesn't mean the love wasn't real or that your feelings didn't matter. It just means you're no longer willing to stay stuck in the past. You're choosing yourself. And that choice takes strength. In conclusion, healing from a breakup isn't quick or neat. Some days you'll feel like you've turned a corner. Others, you'll feel like you're right back where you started. That's okay. Progress isn't linear. The most important thing is to keep going, not toward someone else, but toward a better relationship with yourself. Use this time to build a life that feels meaningful, fulfilling, and true to who you are. Eventually, you'll wake up one morning and realize you're no longer waiting to feel better. You just do. The ache is gone. The grip has loosened. And you'll feel a quiet kind of freedom, not because you forgot, but because you finally let go. And that's where real self-improvement begins. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.